Hi Hazy and welcome to my channel, Hazy Crazy Arts. Today I'm doing some quotes and some probably watercolours. I am using foam stamps, but I'm not making foam stamps. There's a few here that I've done on video. Okay, some of these ones are the ones I actually did on the video today. But I do show you lots and lots of other ideas and reusing some quotes as well. Right, so if you'd like to join me today, please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. I've thought about doing quotes today alongside pictures like this, foam stamps. That could be, that's just a watercolour, it's upside down, yeah. Watercolour, that's that, and then it's got on the back, it says Stay Wildflower Child, so I've got a few of those just like this. Look, really nice orange flower on her. There's that one as well. Red flower, and I wish I'd put the F a bit further round there. But yeah, so some gorgeous quotes here. Let me just read them. Stay Wildflower Child is brilliant, I think. Yeah, so that's nice and short. A flower does not think of competing with a flower next to it, it just blooms. Every artist was first an amateur. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. When you practice gratefulness, there is a sense of respect towards others, and that's Dalai Lama. And there's this one on here. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. So there you go. So you were told. That's great, isn't it, that? Because it's like what we like to do now, isn't it? Right, so what I'm going to do is I don't know about this, because you can probably do that if you want, but I've got an idea in case you think I'm not going to be able to fit it in. So what I can do is I've got a water, I know it's not, you don't probably need a waterproof one, but I've got a waterproof pen. Sorry, I just called it waterproof paper. Gratitude turns what we have into enough, and that is actually normal ballpoint pen on watercolour paper. I called it waterproof paper, and I can't stop laughing now. There we go. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just try something. Okay, I've got a quote. You can't use creativity. The more you use, the more you have. Maya Angelou. So I think I did that one, didn't I? Showed you that one. I'm using a piece of painty paper. This is the thin stuff. Okay. I'm going to sort of like do it in the middle-ish. So make sure we get plenty of room here. Right, so this is the style of writing I use. Okay, sometimes I put the O's higher. I hope that fits then, yeah. So then you cut that out. Okay. I think that would fit, wouldn't it? Yeah. Right, so it's here. Right, it's this one. Right, you can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. I could have put a block of colour there, same as I did there. It looks really nice, which is why I've done that. It's not, you don't have to do it perfectly even, don't draw around it, just cut round your lettering. Okay, instead of doing a watercolour, I was thinking that's a foam stamp leaf. I just found it in the other room and I thought that would look really nice. So what I'm going to do is this. Right, so foam stamp leaf, I've got a video where I do those. I don't know whether that would, I might glue them down and just doodle some stuff around it. Got me glue, yeah. Right, so I'm going to glue that in the corner. See if I can get that. As long as the writing's straight, it doesn't matter, I suppose. Then I'm going to put this on there. You can watercolour paint them, and you can stuff like that. I got the idea from this. This is the idea actually from Karen Elaine. I don't know whether she's there's another thing she goes on to do with origami and that. There's another it comes up. I don't know if it. I think she might have a link to it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The work she does. That's why I was inspired, of course. Yeah. Right. So this will go on here like this. I think looks quite nice. Oh, I could. Do you know what you could have done first? Done the pattern behind. Never mind. I didn't know how exactly. Oh, that looks really nice actually. Even now. Not sure about how straight that is, but if that's straight, that's fine. But yeah, I'm going to put some little dots, I think, and things like that. I suppose you could do things like stripes. I'm going to try and avoid that bit there. Okay, so I'm going to make an invisible line there and not do any there, or I don't know whether to do that or not. Right, and again, let's have a look. It wants to be there, doesn't it? That's the... So you could actually probably draw a dot there and just don't go beyond that line. Because they belonged to that yarn. I don't know. There we go. Right. That's about... Oh no, I think it looks like it's going in a bit. I think it needed a little tiny bit. There. I don't know. Yeah, these are sharp. These are new, actually, fairly new. Right, so I might actually even put some more little dots there because I don't know if that's quite low enough there. So I'm going to see if I can get similar thing to there. Or you can measure that. You could actually measure this bit. You can measure whatever you like, but I'm just saying you can measure, if you haven't measured it so far, measure this bit. I'm going by eye, which isn't probably very good because my eyes aren't brilliant, are they? But there we go. Does that need to be taken in a bit more? So you can look now, you might even want to take that in a bit more now, but I'm just going to do some, perhaps some little dots too. At least there, so sort of around the edge. Not supposed to be snowing or anything, just a doodle, I think. Right, so I'm going to take this down a bit, that down a bit, even this down a bit, and that looks better, doesn't it? I suppose you can do a parallel line if you're not doing that. Does that look... It does, doesn't it? Yeah, lopsided. That looks better. And you can probably tell from the back it's wrong, but hey, yeah, look at that. That's really, it's really got lopsided. That's not actually, but this is, yeah. It might only be a tiny little bit like that sliver. It might just need a sliver to do it. Because, yeah, still bad. I could see it. Is there anything else I can take off? trying to get it straight. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it, though? That is really nice, though, isn't it? I mean, I'm gonna... whether I've got anything to ink it up with. I don't think I've even got my stamp pads in here. Yeah, there you go. That's nice, isn't it? Nothing wrong with that. I like it because I've used that. That is actually a scrapbooking page. And I've printed the foam stamp leaf on there and drawn the veins, the mock veins, the sort of like, and there. See, that's creative, isn't it? Yeah, very creative. Yeah, apart from I haven't used it. Yeah, but that doesn't matter, does it? Shall we try and do another one now? Right, I've done this, but without a cover, okay? So this is one of those treasure box type. Look, people said they'd made some as well, so I was interested in making them. And I was thinking about putting pockets in this one. I've got one for a notebook for myself. And you could put them in, you could put things like them in. That looks quite nice in there like that, doesn't it? What's wrong with that? Okay. I don't know if putting it that way. I suppose you could, if you wanted. But I do like it like that with the leaf poking out. I'm going to use a different colour. I've got green. You don't have to do it. I say you can just paint, so as I did there, you could just paint your colour on and things like that. And then even you, if you've done this idea, some people were doing this, and I've seen one of them and it looks absolutely amazing. Some people are doing single ones. Yeah, some absolutely gorgeous. They are absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, so there's I'm on 2 UK groups and I've seen them on there. I've also seen them on my Hazy Crazy Arts group. Yeah, so that is just a simple, what I did was ballpoint pen, actually ballpoint pen, drawing the pear and then just drawing a flower in the middle. I think I've done something behind it by the looks of it. That was only last night, so I don't know. Look at that very arty way of putting a board around it, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it says on it waterproof, so if you want one of these, make sure it says waterproof, fade proof. Yeah, this is Uniball Art Micro. You can get them that doesn't do that, so yeah. Yeah, I'm going to draw something. Let's draw something. Yeah. Shall we do it straight on the watercolour paper? So you don't have to use you don't have to have a blank page or anything crazy like that. I have to turn the writing, my page to write it. Right, so which one was it going to be? The one I can't find. Every artist was first an amateur. I love the way that is, though. I mean, you could do that on it, or you could do that and stick it on a tag or something at the bottom of a tag, perhaps like that. Or something like that, I don't know yet. Anything like that, anything crazy like that yet. Right, so I don't know whether I'm going to put actually I could, because of this waterproof pen, making sure it is actually dry, I might try and see if you can actually put watercolour over the top. So I'm going to do that. Can we see it? I might try and do it close up. It doesn't always do that though. I'm going to make sure there's plenty of room because love that. Right, and then you can do a little flower at the side like this. I'll show you how I did. I'll do the same as what I did there. Look. So all it was is that I'll try and get it in the middle here. Circle. Well, it's an oval actually, wasn't it? Yeah. So you could do an oval. Probably something like that. Without touching. and then just joining it up. And I put little things there, and I'm gonna, I don't know, yeah, wait a minute till it dries. That's not, I don't think that's as loose as that. That needs to be more, it's very tight, isn't it? Yeah. So I should have done it more sort of like, yeah, like this is, like loose, sort of like that is. But that'll do. I've also dried it with my dryer. It's the heat gone. I've had it for many years, nearly 30 years now. I remember telling people I had it 25 years, so it must be nearly 30 years now. Hold on, yeah, it will be next year. Yeah, it'll be 30 years next year I've had that. Right, so what should we do? Green, yeah? Yeah, you need to check somewhere on a nice empty area where it's, that's a very bluey green. I don't mind blue, I love bluey green, but it might be a bit more if it's greeny green. I'm gonna sort of like, yeah, let's get it a bit more watery. Yeah, it's more like it. So I was thinking that's another way of making sure it's, it's not even, I mean, you can also do this and then write on it, can't you? But I was thinking if you can't do that, and I don't know if I could trust myself to do that, I don't know. There you go. And I'm going to encroach on the thing. Right, so I'm just putting, oh yeah, that's a bit green. But it doesn't matter if it's green. I like green or red in the middle. Green or yellow in the middle. Nice bright red there. I wanted orange really, but yeah, I put it on red, didn't I? Okay. I put some, see if that looks right. A bit of green on it, yeah. There you go. Right, so then you could, I don't know, I don't want to do that round the edge. That's just above it. And just below it. At the side like that, yeah, like that. That's another way of doing an arty surround. Again, it's very, yeah, to be desired straight, isn't it? But yeah. Yeah, I think that's made it a bit more interesting. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting some little dots again around the flower. I think that might work. But dots this time, not circles. Gives it some little, put some little circles on the flower. Yeah, there you go, that's another one. I could cut it down a bit more, I think, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, let's just try this. This might help, might it? Yeah, that's better, isn't it? It sort of does something to it. So I bought that, found it now. Yeah, I realised when I cut it, I obviously didn't cut it right. So what I do is just draw that bit in. You can do that with foam stamps. That's a good thing about those. There's the one I did. That's quite a complicated one. So I've done a single one on the video, but people have been doing the 3 flower one. So, and I know Marcia said that she'd done a single flower and was going to do the 3 flower one next. And there's Teresa who's done showed on one of the UK groups her 3 flower one, and it's really nice, absolutely gorgeous. Right, so I'm going to do is, I think, let me see if I can stop doing this to the page. I've got to let this dry, or I might dry it. Really like this, and I love it. I love this on the thing there. So what I'm going to do is this. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know whether I'm doing it with, I don't know what I'm doing yet. See, that hasn't printed very well. So what I could do that in this case is with the waterproof pen, or with a ballpoint pen, that would do it. If this is the waterproof one, yes, it is the waterproof one. Didn't do it very well on the water. I don't mind because it's watercolour paper, but that's fine. So you don't need to panic if you haven't printed it properly on papers. You can just colour them in, but make sure if you're using watercolours on top, make sure it is waterproof. I'm quite pleased with the way my foam stamp have come out, because I've doing more and more intricate ones. I'm surprised that people are actually enjoying it still. So thank you so much. I mean, if you're not, I mean, I'm going to do other things as well, but I think foam stamps. What did it say? So I was thinking that gratitude one would be nice. Well, I don't know if that's too close to there. Yeah, that, I'm wondering if that's too close to there. So I might do that again. I want to do it on the other side because we might want to use it. I want to use this paper, so what I'm going to do is do that again. Okay, and if I have to print it out again, do it with some I wanted an edge. I'm thinking about doing it on some of that paper again, but if it works out, yeah, we'll have to see, won't we? Look at this. I need one of those handles, don't I? Yes, I hadn't got a handle on this one. I'm going to put it a bit further down to make sure I've got enough room. The good thing about these acetate ones, you can see where you're pushing it down as well. So let's see if I can do it this time on watercolour paper. A bit better this time, isn't it? Right, so just need that bit there that I haven't. It's only that bit there. See that bit there? I haven't cut it properly, so I'm not worried about that at all. I'll just draw it in. I'm hoping to fit that in there. Perhaps you could put a pencil line. Do you think that would work? I've got a pencil somewhere. Try and do it in my other arm. So I don't see my arm. Right, 2B, right. So, yeah, so if you wanted to, look, you could do this. And then you could fit your quoted, or if you wanted to do it on a different piece of paper, which I was thinking of doing, this green, for example, you could sort of make sure that was, you could tear it, I suppose. But I'm going to cut it because, yeah, I've got an edge on this, haven't I? So I'm going to just cut that. And then I'm going to, let's have a look, see how big it needs to be. I've got that worked out. And there. So there, that's about right. And then I need to fit it into that space. And, oops. Yeah, it needs to be there. And I need to move it up a bit, dear, yes. I have to cross that out. It's about here. That's the edge of the flower, so I could put it in that space there. whatever way round I like. You don't have to do that. You can, as I said, you can use watercolour and do it. But I'm going to make sure that it fits then, okay? So I'm going to put that quote about the gratitude turns what we have into enough. So I don't know how it's going to fit in. I might have to do it again, you know. No, that's not right, is it? See, I've done it wrong. I'm going to try again. Right, so that, getting carried away, let me do it there. Oh, that fits. I don't know if it's going to... Right, let's see if it fits. Okay. Right, let's see what that looks like. You don't know, do you? Well, it fits. I'm going to paint that. I mean, you can practice and practice. I need practice, don't I? So don't you worry if you have to do it again, because I did. Right, okay, so I'm going to put a nice green middle there, and I'm going to try and do an orange. It should have dried by now, shouldn't it? Let's try it on the actual paper. I don't know if, I don't know whether to cut a bit more off, because it looks a bit, it's either that or it needs to be on the actual paper, I'm not sure. Let's see, let's get that bit straighter. I think that looks better. I'm gonna, yeah, I definitely knew I'd struggle with this one, but I thought I'd show you anyway. It is struggling a lot. Well, I'm just putting that there. I'm thinking about actually writing it, but if it goes, and if the writing is going to go wrong. Gratitude. You've got more room. If I wrote it, I would put the top line here and bottom line there. I don't know if it's going to work though. I'm going to have a go at doing it like this. Because I haven't got quite enough room there, I'm going to put a little star here. I mean, I do things like that as well. Anonymous. Yeah, that looks good actually, doesn't it? See, I could put a little star there because, yeah, almost. Well, could I put a little star there? No, I'll leave that. But because I didn't quite fit it in there, I'll put a star there. There we go. I think that looks alright, doesn't it? Looks better than, I think it looks better than that. I don't know, but I could use that for something else. I could use that again, keep it, use it again, and might find a way for a place for it. Okay, so let's do an arty line, see if I can get it straight this time. Oh, I can hear the washer. It's amazing you can hear the washer on each other side of the house. Right, like that. Even that. And I don't know where to put something colour over there. It needs something else, doesn't it? Don't know what else. Dots. A bit of colour there. Pale green. I don't know. I could try it. I could try it, and if it's wrong, yeah, well, I don't know. I might get used to it, might I? Yeah. Making sure it's the same. Because I didn't get to have enough, did I? Yeah. I'm trying to do it loose, look, so it's like that. It's nice and loose. That's very loose, so that's good. Right, so let's do some. I could do some. I'm going to put some. I want to put some white. I ain't got white, have I? My white's in the other room. Little. That's better, isn't it? I want to put a little bit more green this side. I don't know, has that improved it? Yeah. Let's cut that out then. I mean, you can use your paper cutters, couldn't you, to do that with? Or you could use a ruler and a knife, couldn't you? Right, okay, so hopefully that's enough for you to be getting on with. Let's see what we've done. That one, that one. I did the one with the leaf. Is that the only three? Did I just do three? But I showed you lots more, didn't I? So, and I showed you the mistakes as well, yeah. Bad mistakes. That's the one, yeah, I love that. That's my favourite, actually. So that worked with that paper, didn't it? And that's one I'd already done. So I looked at my stash. No, I didn't. I just saw it actually in the other room, actually. So you've got things like that. You've got, yeah, I've used that for that as well. That same flower. So I've gone around the edge in some white with that. I could actually do some little circly things on here. About 3 per, without using any white. It could be used, you could do that with a ballpoint pen as well. You can colour, if you've got a good quality, a good one that really writes nice and dark, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I do hope you like those. And that's the one I showed you, wasn't it? See, same quote, different idea. You could use same quote again, no reason why not. You could make, yeah, again, you could use this several times. The same quote as this, but just like that. That's blank on the back for writing on, perhaps, or you could put that on the corner of a page. it's watercolour paper, so it might be a bit thick for that, but you could perhaps copy them. If it's your own work, copy it, and you can perhaps stick it on the corner of a page. What we got here? Yeah, that one. That one, yeah, with my lovely stamp. Yeah, it's there, isn't it? Somewhere, I think. There, look. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so that's that. Yeah, beautiful. So I've changed it slightly there by just drawing, and look, I put little hearts down the side. That's another thing you could probably do as well if you wanted some little marks or something. You could do some little hearts perhaps instead of the dots. Yeah, things like that. So that's enough. Hopefully you've got lots of ideas now coming out your ears, because there you go. Yeah, so I can use those again because that's fine. They're fine, they just didn't work with what I was doing. I do hope you like my content today, and I've got lots and lots of ideas. Yeah, I went a bit quiet because I'm thinking I do go quiet if I'm getting a bit thinking, oh dear, this isn't working very well, but I think it worked okay at the end, didn't it? And I like that sort of artiness, that, yeah. So that one and this one as well, that it worked very well, even though that's not so loose as what I wanted it. That's more like, by loose I mean probably untidy, arty, untidiness. It's a bit not caring what it looks like. Perhaps I cared too much what that looked like. I don't know. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased I found that leaf. Yeah, that's not my design at the back, so I couldn't copy that, but yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? That's mine though, that paper, and the writing's mine, and I've put somebody who's done it there, so I could copy that bit, but not the scrapbooking paper. Yeah, so please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching today. Do hope you've got plenty to get on with there, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.